It's a matter of insurance presented by the New Hampshire Insurance Department. Have questions or need assistance with your coverage? Our Consumer Services Division is here to help. They can be reached at 1-800-852-3416, consumerservices@ins.nh.gov, or be sure to visit our brand new website at insurance.nh.gov. Excited to be joined today by our own Commissioner DJ Bettencourt. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you, AJ. Always a pleasure.
So we had a record-breaking year when it came to so many things in 2024. We've been pounding out the press releases, all sorts of news. If you check out our website and our social media feeds, we do post everything over on Facebook, X, LinkedIn, as well as our YouTube channel where we post this show right here. But start off with, the numbers are just fantastic when it comes to consumer recoveries or general fund contributions. What are some highlights that you want to point out from that?
Well, to your point, AJ, 2024 was a great year for the department, and I can't say enough how proud I am of the team here at the department. You know, these accomplishments are just not possible without a phenomenal group of professionals who come here every day, do great work, and it's so important to remember that everything we do here is geared toward trying to benefit the consumer. And again, I think we really hit some landmark achievements, some real points of pride for us throughout the year. And to your point, you know, we start with the fact that we absolutely blew away our previous records for consumer recoveries last year. We had over $6 million, $6.4 million in consumer recoveries last year. Our consumer division is really doing a phenomenal job. But remember too, and AJ, I've got to give you some credit for this, it's the fact that you're out there doing good work, spreading the news about what we do here at the department across New Hampshire, in our communities, letting them know, letting those consumers know that we are here as a resource for them, that we can help them work through the challenges that they're encountering, whether that be just having a question about some aspect of their policy or whether there's actually a formal issue that they've got to work through with their insurance carrier. We're here as a resource, and because we've got more people reaching out to the department than we've ever had before, we're seeing some real upward growth in a number of these metrics that we measure. And again, the one that is really exciting for us is, again, those consumer recoveries. That is money in the consumer's pocket, obviously a great thing. But we were also very responsible in terms of how we budgeted here at the department. So we ended up giving back approximately $2.6 million to industry. How our budget here at the department works is we're a self-funded agency. So our budget is funded by an assessment that is given to all of the carriers that are doing business here in the state of New Hampshire. There's a formula that's part of that, and the formula is based off of the per capita premium that those companies write here in New Hampshire. And so we'll take our budget, divide it out into that formula, and then the companies will get an assessment, and they'll pay into, again, the fund that allows this place to function and to exist. And because we were good stewards of our allocation of our department's budget, we were able to give back $2.6 million to those companies via a credit against their next assessment. And we obviously hope that those savings, that $2.6 million, will be used by those companies to put downward pressure on premiums and hopefully either stabilize the premiums that consumers are seeing or bring them down a little bit. So that good budgeting, that good fiscal stewardship here at the department, again, has a benefit to the consumer. Our enforcement division had another incredible year. They investigated 327 cases, initiated 36 administrative actions, and assessed approximately a little less than $800,000 worth of fines. And so that speaks to the department's rigorous oversight to ensure that insurance carriers and agents are adhering to the state regulations and the rules and regulations that the legislature has approved over many years, and that we're making sure that they're operating transparently as well. Our licensing unit had an unprecedented number of applicants this year, resulting in over 245,000 active licenses. And that includes 237,000 individual license and 8,300 business entity license. So what that speaks to is that New Hampshire's market is healthy, It is competitive. It is a place where producers want to be doing business. And what that means for the consumer is there are plenty of producers out there who are offering a wide range of products that individuals here in New Hampshire need for both themselves, their families, and their businesses. So again, really excited about the fact that New Hampshire's market, very, very healthy, lots of access to products that Granite staters need. And we're obviously going to work to make sure that we continue that as we go into 2025, now even further.
And that transitions perfectly over to the fact that auto insurance rates in the state of New Hampshire are very reasonable, especially when you're considering a lot of the trends other states are seeing right now.
That's right. So New Hampshire is projected to experience a decrease in auto insurance costs in 2025, which will make us one of the most affordable states in the nation for full coverage policies. And that data comes to us from Insurify's 2025 Auto Insurance Trends Report. So New Hampshire drivers paid an average of $997 for full coverage auto insurance in 2024. Now, this figure is already significantly lower than the national average, but moreover, the projections indicate that the cost will decrease further again this year, 2025, to approximately $981, which is a 2% reduction. So again, obviously, that's great news for the consumer. Anytime we're seeing vital coverages, of which auto coverage is one of those vital coverages, being more affordable, being more accessible to people, that's obviously a great thing. And again, I think it speaks to the competitive nature of New Hampshire's market and the fact that our free market philosophy, which is fueled by choice and innovation, is empowering consumers to make informed decisions, which ensures quality of service, but also affordable prices. So I'm very excited to see that for automobile drivers here in New Hampshire.
And then going over to health insurance, we literally, right before we started recording, we released another press release with regards to the health insurance marketplace enrollment for 2025. I'll have you talk about the premium, which is the lowest in the country when we look at the benchmark plan. But we had more than 5,000 more people join the marketplace plans in this year, which is tremendous.
That's right. We're seeing record enrollment in our individual market. That is due to a lot of great work done here at the state level, both Governor Sununu, the legislature, and many others. This department, a lot of hardworking individuals here in this department that brought forward some tools that we were able to leverage to bring about the lowest premiums here in New Hampshire in terms of benchmark plans. But obviously, we know that the cost of health insurance is a huge burden for a lot of individuals and families. As I say all the time, one of the biggest, if not the biggest barrier to individuals being able to access care is affordability, is cost. And so for 2025, to see New Hampshire's average benchmark premium being the lowest in the United States at $325, and this comes to us from a recent analysis done by the Kaiser Family Foundation, and it was actually supported as well by a study done by Wallet Hub. So these aren't our numbers. These are outside entities that have done this analysis and have come forward with the fact that New Hampshire is in a very advantageous position. I think we're doing some things right here at the state level. Again, making sure that our market is competitive, leveraging the tools that are available at our disposal at both the state and federal level to help keep those premiums down. I think it's resulted in two things. I think it has resulted in the record enrollment, which you just referenced, which is obviously exciting. We want to see people having the coverage that they need. God forbid they should get sick or need to access their health insurance coverage. But I think it also is a wonderful thing that we actually added a fourth player to our individual market when WellSense Health Plan decided that they wanted to be a competitor in our individual market, which again brings those choices up, expands those choices. It expands competition. For a state of 1.36 approximately million people to have four players competing in the individual market, that's really fantastic. So I think we're doing a lot of good things here in New Hampshire. Again, all of it geared toward benefiting the consumer. Again, we obviously have work to do when it comes to bringing premiums down. in our health insurance space. I know small businesses continue to really struggle to find affordable coverage, and that's going to be another priority that we're going to be focusing on in 2025. But in terms of our individual market, New Hampshire's in a very strong and advantageous position.
Anything else you wanted to touch on?
No, I think a couple of other smaller things that I'm pretty excited about is the fact that for the 13th consecutive year, our workers' compensation rates went down. Huge credit to the business community here in New Hampshire. A lot of that decrease over the course of those 13 years is due to the fact that our business community is taking steps to make their workplaces safer, to make the environments where their workers are operating in more safe. They've taken steps to create a system by which, God forbid, if somebody should get hurt, they're able to access care quickly, they're able to get better quickly, and they're able to get back on the job quickly, which is obviously in the best interest of both the employer and the employee. So in 2024 was a year, again, of, despite the fact that there are a lot of challenges facing our insurance markets across the country and really across the world in a lot of respects, despite those challenges, we here in New Hampshire, we're ensuring that our markets are stable. They continue to be healthy. They continue to be competitive. Yes, we have pockets of coverage that are hard to get coverage for, and where you are able to get coverage in certain circumstances, the cost of that coverage is very, very high. But when you look holistically, when you look at the big picture across the state, our market is in really good shape. And we're obviously going to continue to do everything that we can here at the department over the course of 2025 to not only maintain the position that we are in, but also to further enhance it. We are not going to rest on our accomplishments. We're going to push ourselves to go even farther. We're going to push ourselves to make the environment even more advantageous for Granite State consumers.
Commissioner DJ Bettencourt, thanks so much for joining me.
Thank you, AJ.
You've been listening to A Matter of Insurance presented by the New Hampshire Insurance Department. If you have questions about your coverage, do not hesitate to reach out to the department. We are here to help. Our phone number is 800-852-3416. You can email consumerservices@ins.nh.gov or visit our website at insurance.nh.gov.